So after being on multiple calls over the past few weeks, we're starting to realize that a lot of the things that Jasmin was going through in the beginning of her starting her fitness journey, like back when we first met, are popping up again, and people
and a lot of these women are doing it, and me and Khalil are on a mission to change that. So I started my fitness journey in high school. So I was 15.
Oh, he was early.
Yeah, but then that was like during PE. We were doing Insanity. Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Your PE teacher
had us doing
came in and popped.
Yes, in the little big block TV that they had, and then we were in the gym, and then we were doing Insanity. If you don't know that, that is this HIIT workout.
Is that Shanti?
Yeah, Shanti. I love Shanti.
He's good for what that style of working out is, but to be introduced to that what were you, a freshman, 8th grade?
I was grade 9, grade 10. That's like my first introduction to like working out, because I was born and raised in the Philippines. My exercise in the Philippines was walking around our farm. Okay?
What is Insanity is every single day, right?
Insanity is every single day, but then our gym teacher just made us do that like a couple of times, like in a month.
How long does a workout typically take?
It's about 30 to 45 minutes.
Super intense, right?
Very intense. Like my heart would be popping out of my chest.
So I mean, that's what a lot of people think that fitness is and fitness has to be.
Yeah.
And they come into it thinking that they just gotta beat themselves into the ground, and that's the only way. That's how I'm gonna get the results I want. I'm just gonna destroy myself, and that's not the way that it is, and it's not the way that it should be. I mean, yes, there's times where you should grind, and yes, there's times where it's going to be harder than others, but you shouldn't be doing this or taking on this journey to punish yourself. You should be doing it, and how she likes to tell our clients, do this because you love yourself, not because you feel like, you deserve this punishment because you've been so bad over the past few years.
That's why I hated working out back then.
Of course. Because you took on, the first thing you took on was called Insanity.
The funny thing is that I downloaded the pirated version where I don't have to pay for it. It was online, so I could do it at home, but I was just not enjoying it because it felt
insane. This is the definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That's why there's a 90% fail rate when someone steps into the fitness industry or they want to take on their fitness journey, because you're stepping into it with that type of mindset, but you're not doing it in a sustainable way. And every single time you go in, you do it, you get some results, and then what happens? You fall off, you bounce back, you end up gaining more weight than before because you're not doing it in the proper way. And that in itself is insanity.
Yeah, well, I was a kid too. I didn't know any better, and that's when, around that time when Instagram was popping, the Kardashians were promoting flat tummy teas, detox teas. During that time, I think I was about grade 11. That's when those detox teas were popping. I was probably like 110 pounds, 115. And I was drinking detox teas to make me look skinny. I had really bad body dysmorphia. I'm gonna show you pictures of me back then, because I'm telling you, looking at that photo now, I don't know why I thought I was fat. Really?
I know exactly why you thought you were fat. Because you were 115 pounds and you weren't seeing the muscle definition or the tone that everyone is after. So naturally you're like, okay, the way I'm gonna get there is by detoxing, losing more weight. And that's where a lot of people are. A lot of you aren't even at bad weights. You just have bad body composition, which means your body fat's a little bit too high. And there's very easy fixes for that. But everybody wants to go this route, take the magic pill, take the magic smoothie,
I wanted the easy
detox tea.
Yeah, I wanted it the fast, easy way, the fastest way to be skinny in literally just a week or a couple of days. I was literally drinking that tea every day, and it would make my stomach hurt so bad. I'd be in the toilet like this, and I would just like shit my whole life.
That's what a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah, right? And then the thing is, the next morning I would be like, oh my god, like my stomach is so flat, like this works. Like I just literally just shit my whole life.
I just gave myself the stomach flu, and now my stomach's flat. Like,
yeah, but
what happened after?
It came right back.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with Herbal Life. That's their whole gimmick. Let's starve you to death. Let's give you a couple shakes. You're gonna see results. And then, like a fiend, you have to stay on Herbal Life, stay at this low calorie amount for the rest of your life in order for you to stay there. Yeah. But what happens? you end up going and eating back like a regular person. Weight comes right back. You gotta buy more product.
Yeah, there was this one woman that talked to Khalil, and she was taking like 29 capsules and drinking a Herbal Life shakes.
1,100 calories, and this woman was well over 200 pounds, and she had already lost 80 pounds. But she was taking Herbal Life shakes. She literally lists out everything she eats throughout the day, all these supplements she's taking throughout the day, and she's like, I just can't keep seeing weight loss, and I don't know why. And it's like your metabolism is through, like it's shot. And the reason why I hate Herbalife is because she built this whole business out of Herbalife, and now, you know, if she's to go against Herbalife and say I'm going to do something else, now her entire livelihood, how she pays for her bills, all these things are connected to this supplement that she's now bought into and been indoctrinated in.
Will be gone.
And now all that will be gone if she chooses to go a different route. So that's the trap I hate with Herbalife. The crazy thing is, doing it the right way, it doesn't take very long. It's not the hot, marketable, like flashy way, like lose it in 7 days and 10-minute abs and all those.
It's so sad because I see that so much on social media and on Instagram, and literally all of our clients think that there is no other way but those ways.
And we get clients that come in, they come on the call, they're like, yeah, I'm working out 7 times a week. You know, I'm on the water diet. I'm on the egg diet. I'm doing keto. I'm doing intermittent fasting. They're doing all these things. They're like, I don't know why I'm not seeing results. You're not doing it the right way. You're not doing it the sustainable way. Like, if you want to do intermittent fasting, that's fine, but you still got to hit the right calorie amounts. You still got to hit the right macros. Like that part does not change.
During the beginning of my journey, I was on a super low calorie diet, 1,200 and under, and I was eating chicken breast, like bland food, because I thought that I couldn't do it any other way. I thought I had to eat this specific food that Khalil calls
stage prep.
Stage prep.
That was your first introduction to coaching was stage prep coach, which is totally different for everybody out there that's looking for coaching or who you want to follow or what kind of results you want to get. Just know stage prep is very specific. They are training and working out clients specifically for an end date. After that date, most times if you see a bodybuilder or, you know, bikini competitor in the off season, they gain a lot of weight really, really fast. But they're preparing and doing things not necessarily in the best way, but they're doing it to get the best results for that show.
For the longest time, I thought like I could just only eat chicken breast, salmon, like all the lean meats, and just have like steamed broccoli or steamed vegetables, and then 2 tablespoons of rice. And I remember showing up to his place with my meal prep, and it's just seasoned with salt and pepper because I didn't know any better. I thought like that's what I needed to do to get the results that I wanted. But the thing is that when I was on that super low calorie diet, my body got so used to that. So when I visited him in LA, I gained weight so fast.
I was just watching, observing. I would tell her, but I knew she had a coach, so I didn't want to step on any toes. But what happens is she was at a very, very low calorie amount. You saw results, right?
Yeah, I got really lean. I was like, yeah.
1,200 calories though, right? Her body is now adjusted to a metabolism of burning 1,200 calories, right? But now fast forward to when she comes to LA, we're eating In-N-Out, we're eating candy, we're eating ice cream. You know, she was out here for the first time, so she was enjoying herself. I was taking her to
everything,
multiple different restaurants, right? But when you think about it, her metabolism was at 1,200. So what we order at In-N-Out,
it's like
it's already over 1,200 calories, right? So now her body's adjusted already to only burning 1,200 calories. So in one sitting, she's already met her limit. Now you put on top of that, I think you made adobo also that weekend.
Yeah, I made bistec.
Right, so she made multiple other meals on top of that. So now she was probably eating somewhere around, I would say 2,700 to 3,000 calories, but her body was only equipped to manage 1,200 calories. So she was eating 2-3 times the amount her body could burn. That's why it's so easy for her to now blow up and put on weight, versus if she would have done it the sustainable way where she is now. We can eat In-N-Out and do things like that because the percentage of the calorie surplus that she's in is not as high, because now her body is maintaining at 2,000 calories, so it's much, much less.
Our clients now are actually getting shocked when I tell them, I'm like, listen, you can still eat rice, we're not cutting off rice. You can, to my Filipino mamas that's in our program, I'm like, listen, you can still eat Filipino food and still get the results that you want. And they're like, what? I passed on adobo yesterday because I thought I'm not allowed to eat adobo. But I'm like, listen, I meal prep adobo the other day. I meal prep tinola yesterday, and I have it for like this week. And you can enjoy the foods that you like and still get the results that you want. But you can have your ice cream, but not every day.
The whole point is to build your metabolism to the point where you can handle such, like I burn well over 3,000 calories. So for me eating ice cream, it's not gonna go way over my calories in a crazy way. Most often with female clients in particular, you guys are under eating way more often than not. So a lot of times they're surprised. They're like, are you sure I need to be eating this much food? It's like, yes, we need you to increase that metabolism. You went on the weight loss journey first, and then she went into this other world of weight gain journey. And she wanted to just get fit.
Oh my God. So in the beginning of my journey, I have a friend. We all wanted to get thick. Listen, because one of my friends, she is so, her body's so nice. She has a nice butt. We were all trying to take amphetamine.
Bruh.
Oh my God, listen, I took amphetamine once. I don't know if you guys know what amphetamine is. It's something that, it's like a supplement that makes you, it boosts your appetite. I just took one shot of amphetamine for one day. I slept for 16 hours and I felt so groggy. In one meal, I ate probably like so much calories. We had sushi, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I could not move. And I was like, I could never take that again because that's dangerous. And I was like so tired.
Imagine if you would have taken that while you have a kid. Like,
yeah.
We didn't have kids back then.
I would have been like...
A 16-hour nap is just whatever, but now it's like...
16-hour nap?
I mean, you were asleep for 16 hours, but I'm saying like, you didn't have to wake up to responsibilities. Yeah, so if you would have done that now, it would have been totally
it would have
different.
been bad. But listen, I was trying to, like, there was just so many stages of my journey.
What changed? Why do you...
And then I met him and I was like, I don't know, I think it was like a trend on Instagram too, but like being thick was like super in. But
honestly, glutes and strong, like that's a sign of strength, period. Like if you got strong legs,
I just love butt.
Strong butt, like the butt is the center of where power comes from. So if you got that, like...
I love it. I love butt.
It just makes you look strong. It looks like damn, like these pulling wagons.
Listen, whenever I go to the gym, I'm just like in awe when I see like girls with their cute little outfit and their butt is just so nice and juicy, and I'm just like, wow, girl. Where can I get that? From Amazon?
Like, yeah, she's always trying to, she was always, in the beginning, she was always trying to do it the fast way. Like, she wanted to get a BBL.
Yes, I wanted to get a BBL.
Yeah, to get to that body, but now, we just started last year on her journey to thickness. But, I mean, I think we made crazy progress.
Honestly, you're probably like, oh my God, it's not even that big. But listen, baby, from where it started,
where she started,
I'm gonna show you before and afters. From where it started to now, it's a big difference for me.
And it's still, honestly, it's still only the very beginning. Like, a lot of people that see a lot of glute growth is like 5 years in the game. 10 years in the game. Like, you're seeing a lot because you're stacking years and years. A lot of times people, when they talk about they want to get thick and they talk about this and that.
Though, that's the thing.
She's always stuck in this middle ground where it's like, okay, it's time to bulk. And then she starts bulking, she starts putting on weight, she starts getting thicker, and then she's like, but my stomach now. And now I want to be lean. And then she cuts off the bulk, and it's like, we didn't even reach.
It didn't even, my muscle didn't even mature.
Right. So, I mean, the amount of muscle that you're going to put on your glutes versus, how much weight you're going to put on your stomach, you're going to put on way more muscle in your glutes before you start to develop a belly. Everybody wants to be slim thick. Slim up top, big legs, glutes, but they also want that hourglass type of figure. But what you don't realize is that's not gonna happen, in your first year of working out. You gotta be able to go through multiple cycles of bulking, then cutting, and bulking and cutting, but it's a trend. So you're gonna bulk and then cut, and then bulk and then cut, and then each time you cut, the goal is to maintain more muscle every time. That's why today you're 140 pounds.
I'm 140 pounds.
And last time we bulked, you were
100 and I think I was
you got up to like 130.
130, yeah,
132. So
130.
each time we want to keep trending upwards and upwards and upwards.
Yeah.
That's what's going to lead to the thickness.
Yes, so after pregnancy, I did like a weight loss, fat loss journey, and it led me up to 117 pounds.
We were forced to though.
Yeah.
I would have never done that if we were to do it all over again. But gyms were shut down. It was we really did not have any other options.
No.
We had a 20-pound kettlebell that we stole from our gym.
Yeah, we stole it.
2-gallon water bottles that were 10 pounds each. There was really nothing else we could do as far as, being able to put on muscle and get her strength back in the way that we needed to, because we couldn't really progressive overload.
Yeah.
Then when gyms opened back up, we ended up building our own gym.
Yeah.
That's when we were able to start committing to the bulk and doing it the right way. You got to make sure you're in this for the long haul. Like, a lot of people want to come in and it's like, I just want it now. And then they don't think about, like, you're not going to die in next year, right? Like, you still want to look like this for the rest of your life, right? So why not do it the way that's going to be a permanent fix and not something that's a temporary fix for, a permanent issue?
I love feeling strong.
Mm-hmm.
I can carry 2 loads of laundry with ease. I can carry my son from the park to home with ease, and it feels so good to not be huffing and puffing after like 2 minutes. It just feels so good.
That's one of my favorite parts about training women. I mean, when I first got into personal training, I had no intention of training just women, but one of my most favorite things is, like, with women, they are so mind blown about the feeling of being strong. It's just not even on the radar for them until they actually start to feel strong, and then there's like this different persona that comes out, because now they can carry groceries, they can carry their kids, they feel like they're safer. But I've had multiple clients where they come in and getting strong is not even mentioned, but then when they do it, it's like, wow, like I didn't even think I could ever do a pull-up. I never thought I'd be squatting 135 pounds. I never thought I'd like that type of thing, versus a man that comes in. Men almost expect to be this strong, and then they got to get hit with a slice of the humble pie.
Yeah, and it's just so amazing watching our women transform. Literally, we have so many clients that are just killing it.
Flexing. And
yeah, I love it. I love our little community. It's amazing. Oh, another thing that I tried is working out every single day. Back then, I would be like, team no days off. That was the thing. Team no days off. I was literally like running my body to the ground because I thought I was only gonna see results that way.
Most people come into this with that mindset, like that challenge mindset.
Yeah.
No days off. I'm gonna keep doing this. It's like
#75 no days off.
75 hard. I'm gonna do this every day, no matter what, for the rest of the year. And it's like, you can't do that because your body needs to recover. You're just sweating at that point, honestly. Like, your body's not gonna have enough energy to get the results that you're looking for, but also that's no way to live at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like every single day you're in there for 3 hours.
Yes.
Like, this is a second job.
Listen, I can't imagine being in the gym now for 2 to 3 hours. Max 50 minutes. You can still get the results that you want by doing 2 to 3 workouts a week.
Right, but yeah, some people like to do 2 a day. It's like, I'm gonna lift,
Oh my God.
and I'm gonna run, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do that, and it's like, you're gonna get burnt out.
Yeah,
that's
and
what
then you're not gonna
get.
want to do this ever again. That's why a lot of people fail on their fitness journey, because they run themselves to the ground. It just doesn't become sustainable. You start hating what you're doing. That's what happened to me. I got so burnt out that I just hated fitness. I didn't enjoy it because a lot of the times I was doing it for vain reasons.
And when you step in with that mindset, it's like, when you step in with the plan of doing it 7 times a week, even 5 times a week, and you miss a day or you miss 2 days, naturally you're just gonna start beating yourself up and be like, well, I'm not seeing results because I missed 2 days. And then that's what you hyper focus on. And then that leads to you just being frustrated, discouraged. And then you just fall out of it because you're like, I'll try again next time when I have time to get in 5 days a week. And it's like, no, why would you stop at that point? You just got to find a better way to do it. There's no way to maintain that, especially if you throw kids in the mix. You throw a wife, a full-time job in the mix, or a wife or husband, or whatever. If you have somebody else that's relying on your time, there's no way you can make that sustainable, especially if you're talking about doing 2 workouts in a day.
Yeah.
You're spending 2 hours in the gym, Then you're gonna go run for an hour.
I would do fasted cardio in the morning, like for about 30, 40 minutes, and then go later on, do my workout. That's why I was so burnt out. That's why if you feel like nothing is working out for you, like it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
You got bad information. When I try and go that hard, the most I'll go is 5 days a week, and that's in a very specific strength cycle that I do. But when I go 5 days a week, like on the weekends, I'm chilling.
Yeah, recovery is just as important as your nutrition and your workout. One thing that you said that reminded me of doing like so many workouts is doing gimmicky workouts. Listen, I was the queen of searching things on YouTube, just confusing my workouts, because I literally believe that I'm like, oh my god, I have to confuse my workouts. Maybe that's why my butt is not growing, because I'm not confusing that muscle.
He was confused in your head. That's why.
I don't know if you guys have seen this trend on TikTok where they're trying to confuse the muscle.
Do all the different workouts.
They're trying to confuse the muscle, trying to do a bench press but do leg presses.
Unfortunately, that's the information that's out there, but it does come from a place of truth. I will say that. Your body does need to be able to switch up what you're asking it to adapt to, but it doesn't need to be doing that within the same workout. It doesn't need to be doing that on a daily basis. It doesn't even need to be doing that on a weekly basis. You don't have to always change up the workout. It can be how long you're resting, how many sets you're doing, how many reps you're doing, what's the tempo of your sets and reps. There's a lot of different variables you can change before you actually even change the workout itself. I mean, a lot of times people get caught in that trap and it's like, I need some new workouts. It's like, no, you don't. You're not even good at the ones you're doing. You got to get good at the ones you're doing first. Then we can bring in some more advanced workouts.
I was changing my workouts every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
But you also got to give your body time to make that adaptation to the workout that you're doing. So if you're switching it up every day, every week, your body's never going to adapt to what you did in the first place because it didn't get to see that again. You got to be able to see that and progressively overload that in order to get that adaptation you're looking for before you switch to the next workout.
It makes me so sad to see so many women fall for all the gimmicky pills, gimmicky diets, gimmicky workouts, and then they think like, oh, there's no hope for me.
Yeah, that's the part that's sad to me, is the I've tried everything and I'm, the giving up on yourself part.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it's over. There's a way for everybody. Our bodies are built to do this. So you just have to keep that in mind and find the right strategy, right system for you.
That's why we are on this mission to help women just like me that went through all these things, and that's why I'm so passionate about sharing these kind of information on my Instagram, because I just want to affect all of these women. I want to help all of them. So this is why, if you're watching this video now, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this, because
and let us know in the comments too if you have done any of these things that she's done, if you've got something else you want us to answer questions on, or if any of these sparked some curiosity in a different direction, just make sure you ask us in the comments so we can make sure we get you that information. And until next time.